sharing some of this sunset photography that I have going on here. This is my Sony ZV-F1 with some modifications with some settings that are just going to make the videos and the images so much better. But here I am fully zoomed out on it. I have a custom preset set up on it, so the photos that you're going to see soon are straight out of camera, but dang, check those out. And as I spin this, I'm able to get rid of that, but because I have the polarizer filter, I can make that sky more dramatic than your mama's soap operas. So loving this, loving these photos over here of the sun set going on. There's not much interest over there. How about that police light show going on at the very background? We'll hit that. Cool, man. So it seems like today they're setting up for Juneteenth. So that's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be happening right outside my hotel. I'm staying right across the street from here, so that party probably gonna be bumping. Yeah, they get pretty loud, they get pretty rowdy, but it's for a good cause. I think it's for a good cause. Here we go. These lights are looking mighty nice as a leading line up to the buildings. Whew. Guys, please look at this shot. Guys, do yourself a favor, get yourself a polarizing filter. I'm about to take this shot with my phone, just make it a little wider. Guys, straight out of camera photos with the polarizer filter, you can't go wrong. I'm becoming a polarizer filter fan. You just can't go wrong. I'd go take a photo of those lights, but there's children playing there, and I just don't want to be weird. You know, parents are chilling, children are out having their fun. But I'm just gonna try to find more compositions while I have the lights and the colors. One of the things that I did realize about my camera right now is that the preset that I made is not colorful enough straight out of camera. So I actually, in the last video, increased it by 3 little clicks to make it more colorful. So hopefully that's enough. If not, I'm gonna crank this bad boy. Because the colors are so beautiful and vivid on the screen, and then I look at it in the video afterwards and they're not as vivid as I want them to be. I'm gonna try to walk into the plaza. I'm kind of dressed pretty cash right now, so I'm not sure if they're gonna let me in. There's, you know, just a stigma behind people who like to dress in a certain way, so I'm not gonna make anybody uncomfortable. If I have to go, I'll go. But dang, I live in a small town and the highest building is like 2 stories, 3 stories. So seeing like big high rises, I love it. So that lime scooter is so out of place with everything going on in this image. But let's see what I can get out of it. The little Bear Grill, the little cafe. So this is another little hiccup that I have with this camera. It does not have a flash, so I can't shoot this very well without a flash. Let's see how that comes out though without any post-processing. Here we are at the Albuquerque Plaza Hotel. I was actually gonna stay here, but the only problem with this hotel is that they don't offer gym service without paying like $1 bazillion. And after this, I'm gonna go get some lifting done, and so if a hotel doesn't pay for my gym or doesn't include it, I'm not into it. So it is indeed closed. I can't get in there, but I see this beautiful Audi, and I think I'm gonna include some of this foreground here just to get the Audi in focus and snap that shot. Again, I want to make the most out of the sky and of course get the reflections off of the Audi. So if I spin it a certain way, I get a really clean Audi. but I will lose the sky, and if I spin it the other way I'll get a really nice sky, but I am going to get reflections on the Audi, so I'm going to take both and see which one I like afterwards. So here's one, and just making the Audi nice and clean, but the sky is going to be a little forfeited. There's two. Alright, man, whoever owns that Audi has a beautiful car. Let's keep going. Social awareness, or just spatial awareness in places like this, is super important. Albuquerque is a beautiful city, but if you don't know much about this city, you got to be careful. It could go really bad. If you're just not aware of the people you are around or that are around you. So we got some flag action going on. The flag got tangled. So the flags are waving. I'm trying to see if I can make something happen with this flag right here. Let's see if I can find it. Flags waving. Yeah, one of those has to come out. Let's see if I could just walk in here. Themed hotel here. Not gonna lie though, like smelling in, it smells pretty bad in here. It smells like eggs. Let's see if I can get some interior shots here. I like this one right here. Is the polarizer gonna do anything here? Just take off some of the glare? Probably not. I'm gonna underexpose a little bit, but enough. To still keep details. I love this setup right here though. This right here. It's a little dark. I think I enjoy this one better because everything's kind of cohesive with the colors. So yeah, this is a good shot. One-sixth of a second. F2. So teeny little sunset photo walk. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Everybody's kind of headed home now. Over on the next street is where all the clubs are and stuff. So people are starting to come out for the nightlife. And that means that it is time to go in, get some studying done, and then get ready for my test tomorrow. City Hall out there looking pretty official. See if I can't take a photo, making it look a little rustic in a way or something. Not rustic, but urban. Look at that. Bobby Valentino's gonna be here for Juneteenth, which is happening right there. I can watch that sucker from the swimming pool. Talk about luxury, eh? So I see these plants here. I'm gonna try to frame up City Hall with those plants. Ooh, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on, wait a minute. I'm holding it that way. Hold on. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Yeah. Alright, let's try that with City Hall now. That guy in the bike. Very slow shutter speed, so I'm going to be interested to see how that came out, especially with him on the bike. I love that little splash of red up there coming through the building. I'm not going to zoom in, actually I'm going to keep this wide. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try to find a little bit of a foreground action. See if I can't. Get that shot. All right. Like I said, I think this photo walk is coming to an end. I'm starting to get more and more comfortable making these videos with the metas, especially being that I don't have something, you know, hovering up over my face. The only bad thing about this is, you know, you don't get to see my face as much. I don't really mind it. I'm a little bit afraid of always having, I have vloggers fear or whatever, where I'm afraid to like hold a camera up. So it works for me, but if it doesn't work for you, let me know. Walking around here, I saw this tree, and check it out, it's lit up by the same lights, but now it's the tree and it's giving a dope contrast. So let's try to get that shot. Oh, now I look drunk because I just fell over. That is so cool. All right, let's go.
No, it's this way.
The pew. It reminds me of that little girl that got her face all written on. She's like, I gotta get to ski. Whatever. I know I keep saying this is gonna be the last one, but I just found this other composition here. That I really wanted to take. I think the red light. I think the red with the yellow, with the green in the back, the blue of the sky, and then just the building looks so good. It just makes for such an interesting image. I'm gonna try it in this corner here. If I can get it to focus up. But I don't want to lose the green. It's just a hint of green, but it adds just a smidge of a different color. Come on. So that's interesting. So that's a fault that I've never noticed with this, because I've never did nighttime photography with it. It does struggle to focus at night. And what would probably help it is if I had turned on the orange beacon light to like illuminate the focal thing, but I didn't. Check this out, yo. This looks gothic. This is crazy. We're back one sunset later. Let's get some studying in and take a shower.